Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone, and it's time to saddle up as one of the premier horse racing events in Barbados. The Midsummer Classic, second leg of the Triple Crown Series, takes place Saturday at the Garrison Savannah Racetrack. A staple within the sport of kings, the Midsummer Classic this year provides the opportunity for the Guineas winner, Letitbeme, to stay on course for Triple Crown success. If she wins the Barbados $40,000 event Saturday, she will only have the Derby left in the early August period to secure the Triple Crown. Remarkably, it would be a third consecutive Triple Crown winner for Barbados and their racing fans there after People's Champion 2021 and Hurricane last year. There's a 12-horse field with the top contenders based on the morning line odds. Of course, Letitbeme, the 9-5 favourite. The 6-horse Matilda, who was fourth in the Guineas, 5-2 second favourite. Letitbeme stablemate Big Chifa, the 9-horse, is at 6-1, and the 5-1 bet Major Dan, who was second in the Guineas. Yeah, there's Big Chifa, the 9-horse. Also from the barn of Naz Issa, who trains the race favourite Letitbeme. Joining us right now to talk about this event, Director for Sports for the Barbados Tourism Marketing in Corey Garrett. Corey, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. Great talking to you again after the brilliant Sandy Lane Barbados Gold Cup in early March. The Midsummer Classic now on us, and our partnership with the SportsMax and the Barbados Tourism Authority. Again, in evidence here, how exciting are things setting up for Saturday?
Well, as always, good afternoon, lads. Good afternoon to all the viewers. Things in Barbados, as you can imagine, are reaching that fever pitch point right now. Horse racing, as you said before, is the sport of kings. It is big here in Barbados. Saturday at the races is a big deal. So the Midsummer Classic, as you said, the second leg of the Triple Crown here in Barbados is quite an exciting event for all of us on island and for, of course, the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. The reason why, of course, sporting tourism and horse racing being one of those sports is something that we definitely use to promote the destination and encourage persons, I should say, to visit the destination to see how uniquely different, as I would like to say, destination Barbados is, all blended with some fun, some sun, and a good day at the races.
Yeah, of course, the Midsummer Classic cannot rival the Sandy Lane Barbados Gold Cup, which has a purse of over US $100,000. The Barbados Midsummer Classic, $20,000 US, the purse there. But of course, it is part of the Triple Crown series. What are the tourism offers like in these summer months in Barbados? Because I know, well, Barbados has vibrant tourism from January to December. But talk to us quickly about June, July.
Well, as I was about to say, Barbados is a year-round destination. What you can definitely expect, and I mean more so in the Caribbean basin, which is the market I'm also responsible for, Caribbean and Latin America. Over the last couple of months, you would have seen some increasing airlift capacity, which means we now have available more seats. You would have seen a couple of weeks ago Air Antille out of the French West Indies. Ironically, the French West Indies is also a big horse racing port. Then recently, just 2 weeks ago, you would have seen the increase the access that Virgin Atlantic would have bought by connecting St. Vincent and Grenada also out of Barbados. So what we have been doing, of course, is working with the airline carriers, the aviation carriers, to, of course, allow persons more opportunity to travel to the destination. But, of course, on island, we've been working very deep and very close with the local stakeholders, the hoteliers, the products, the restaurants, because all of these are what make Destination Barbados actually very special. The chance to come and experience different types of elements. So you may come for horse racing, but you get the chance to go to a nice fine dining restaurant. Or you may come for horse racing and you get to go to an off-road trail. You may come for horse racing and get to stay at a hotel that you never imagined you may stay at. Barbados has so much to offer, the number and the range of hotels are really, really phenomenal. So that is what we've been working on, basically molding and embracing the product so it kind of fits as one. And basically, that's the entire push for summer. Of course, we have crop over smack dab in the middle of that. So we look forward in a couple of weeks for crop over coming up.
Yeah. Barbados had some bad weather in the past couple of weeks, Corey. And can you speak quickly about, well, if there was any damage at all to the Garrison Savannah and what the weather forecast is like for the weekend?
Well, not as far as I know. I mean, nothing was reported. Of course, the island had the system passing. I know that a few persons were affected. But generally, overall, the destination was good to go. As you can see, I'm actually sitting outside right now. It's pretty much clear weather here on a Friday evening here on the West Coast in Barbados. And the weather prediction, as far as I know, I'm not the chief meteorological officer, but things are looking up, obviously, for a brilliant, bright, sunny day. What is to note and of mention, the Midsummer Classic is actually starting the post time is 4 p.m. As you know, the Garrison Savannah, one of its unique features is being able to race under the floodlights or the floodlights. So the race day is actually going to go into the nighttime. Another unique aspect that we at the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. get to market about horse racing in Barbados and sporting tourism, it being itself at a UNESCO World Heritage Site being the Garrison Savannah. So we are going to have the post time starting at 4 p.m. I think the actual feature race is slated to run around 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And that's a unique experience, obviously seeing the horses and the jockeys do their thing under the floodlights.
Corey, always great talking to you here on the SportsMax Zone. And of course, this will be live on SportsMax on Saturday evening after the Jamaica St. Leisure as well. So a big horse racing evening on SportsMax. So thanks, Corey. And we'll be following what happens at the track at the Garrison Savannah.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, we're still with the Midsummer Classic here because we now have racehorse commentator Lyndon Yard joining us now to look more closely at the field and the expectations here for Letitbeme. A very impressive winner of the Guineas in early March, Lyndon, defeating Major Dan and the race favourite Indelible. How impressive was Letitbeme on that early June Saturday evening? And how confident are you that she will win here in the Midsummer?
Well, good afternoon to you, Lance. Good afternoon to your viewers as well. And I'll answer your second part of your question first. I'm extremely confident that at the end of tomorrow evening around 7:30 p.m. that Letitbeme will still be on course to become Barbados' next Triple Crown winner and, in fact, become the first horse actually that Barbados have three consecutive Triple Crown winners. And People's Champ, Hurricane, and Letitbeme.
Yeah.
And to answer the first part of the question, the win didn't surprise me, but it seemed to have captured most by a little bit of a surprise. Having handicapped the race as I handicapped it, Indelible was the overwhelming favorite, but I saw a few kinks in her arsenal that I thought could have been exploited, and that was exploited. So her win didn't come as a surprise to me, and it was workmanlike. But I think that the jockey didn't have to go at her hard enough to exert that much out of her in getting that victory.
Yeah, Indelible, who was, as you said, the heavy race favourite for the Guineas, finished a pretty close up third. I thought Indelible was probably beaten a length and a half, a length and a quarter in the Guineas. Did Indelible get injured in the Guineas or subsequently? Because Indelible does not race in the Midsummer on Saturday.
Yes, Lance. She did pick up an injury coming out of the Barbados Guineas, the 73rd Barbados Guineas. And it's very unfortunate because what it does take away from the Midsummer Creole Classic, which is the 47th edition. She'd done everything asked of her up to that point in time. She'd only lost one race in 5 career starts. She was unbeaten at the Guineas Triple 1570 meters. And in all fairness to her, I thought she ran an excellent race, but the pace simply did not come back to her as she would like to.
How badly is she injured, and is there a chance that she'll be good enough for the Derby in early August?
Well, my information reaching me is that she will be out for 6 weeks, and she is expected back in training the week before the Derby. So it doesn't come as a surprise that she's not entered into the Midsummer Creole Classic. She obviously has to miss that. My concern, however, coming into the Derby, whether it would be good to have her back, it'll be a matter of fitness. Obviously, her fitness will be against her because she is supposed to be on the stall rest until the week before the Derby. And that really doesn't give her a lot of time to prepare for the Derby. But she is a class horse in the field. You can't take that away from her. But, you know, Lance, with injury, it's always a major setback to any sporting athlete.
And Ricky Walcott will mount Letitbeme again, 40-plus years now, Ricky Walcott, but continuing to show, Lyndon, that he's one of the best riders to come out of Barbados.
Arguably one of the best riders riding in Barbados at the moment and to come out of Barbados. And he is exceptionally good with good horses. When he has a good horse, you can almost guarantee that 100% he's going to be very, very tough to beat. If he is to be exposed, you have to lock up with him at least 2.5 furlongs or 2 furlongs. He's not the strongest jockey. He's a jockey who rides on rhythm. He has to have a machine under him. And once he gets a machine under him, he's as tough as nails.
Yeah, and quickly, Major Dan was second in the Guineas. Final question here. At pretty long odds, Major Dan, but close enough to Letitbeme in the Guineas to suggest that going the extra distance here, Major Dan may be one of the best challengers here for Letitbeme.
Well, I beg to differ on that, Lance. He did turn up at 38 to 1. It was an incredible performance. He gave it his all and was just outdone by a better horse on the day.
Yes.
The extra 0.2 furlongs now is going to be the question mark. I like to look at the dam side. She's but out of Golden Moment, who is known for sprinting 5.5 furlongs and no further.
Yes.
So if he's going to do it, he's going to have to do it under the Ashdan, which is his sir. And I think that he has questions to answer with that extra 1.2 furlongs as well.
Yeah, okay, Lyndon, as you know, we'll be live on SportsMax with this event. Coverage starts at approximately 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time, Barbados time. And as you mentioned earlier on, the post time for the Midsummer Classic is approximately 7:30 Barbados time, 6:30 in Jamaica, and it will be live on SportsMax. Great talking to you, Lyndon, as usual, and all the best for the races at the Garrison Savannah on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lance, and great talking to you as well.
Yeah, back with more on the SportsMax Zone after this.